Welcome, fellow travelers. Your traveling buddy here, coming to you today from Lansing, Michigan. I come to you today from the Mount Hope Cemetery here, right here in Lansing, and I'm here for a special event today. They're having a dog Easter parade contest. People dress up their dogs, and they're going to judge them and all that kind of stuff. But they're trying to raise money to help get these historical children that are buried here. Well, not exactly historical, but they used to be part of a reform school here in Lansing, and several children, at the time, I can't remember how many children, several children died all at once. I mean, through the years and all that, and they don't have any tombstones here in the cemetery. They have a like a historical marker. They don't have a tombstone. So I told them I'd come in here and film this and hopefully get the word out and help them get tombstones for these children. They're trying to raise money. They're looking for donations and everything. So yeah, right here in our little cemetery, there's a big lot. And I'll show you that part too. So travel with me, will you? Right here, this is where they're having the little thing going on. You see all these dogs. Look at, they're all in costumes and that. It's gonna be cool. This dog up here, he's got balloons strapped to his back. The big old Saint Bernard. Got little cheerleaders here. Look at that. Cheerleaders. MSU, yay! He's like, what are you looking at? Could you still feel that? Hi! Hi there! You're nice. Look at you. Look here, we got the flowers and the bees. The bee. You guys are ready for spring, aren't you?
915.
What is it?
915.
I love the little skirt. Hi. How are you?
Nice to see you again.
You too?
Can you back up just a little bit so we can see the
I want you to back up just a little bit.
back up?
Yeah,
You're
over the table.
over the table. Oh, she has more on than we saw earlier.
Yes, you're cute. You're cute.
Where's the energy score?
The friendliness.
Oh, look at this little cutie. Look at that flower. Little spring flower.
You kind of, we did the
She's got a
exact same
bumblebee
thing.
up there.
A bumblebee and a flower.
Bumblebee and flower. Look at this big boy. He's gonna fly away. Look at you.
in the trunk of the car.
Are you up?
Right there.
He's a balloon animal.
A balloon animal, I get it.
A last-minute balloon animal.
You're a big boy, aren't you? Here's some sponsors of this activity here. They got the Border Water Light, Manville Pet Hospital, Greater Lansing Monuments Showroom and Factory, Sultan's Pets and Flies, and Pennsylvania Veterinary Care. Here we go, starting the competition. They're gonna judge them.
Weasel. He's a 4908.
All right. good. It looks pretty festive and Eastery.
That's the goal. Great, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, come on, buddy.
Come on, please.
And the next doggy.
Oh,
I've got to get a good picture here.
Teddy and Timmy.
which one's 09 and which
Teddy is 09 and Timmy is 10.
Okay, so hang on.
Okay,
See,
one
we have to
second.
do 2 pieces of paper.
Okay.
So
All
hang
right.
on. 4909.
Everybody wants to pet you.
910.
And 10.
910. Stand by. It's going to take a little bit for us to do this.
That's okay.
So hang on.
Are you doing them separate?
Yeah. All right. Now.
He thinks everybody should be
I
petting
have
him.
one. There you are. There's one for you.
Oh, I see what I was doing.
4910.
His little bow tie.
He's got a bow tie.
Look at him. Look, he
What
got
is
a little
his
bow
number?
tie.
4903.
4903. Thank you.
Yes. Give me a treat.
And if you would please back up a little bit so we can see him.
Come here, Frodo. Come here. That's it. Not this little one.
There you go.
Sit.
Very nice.
Oh,
What's his name?
Frodo.
Frodo.
He's short and has hairy feet.
I like
After
how
the
he
book or
walks.
the movie?
Here we go with the cheerleader.
Kiss me on the part.
She had several injuries to it, and it was at the end to be removed.
Oh. That's all right. Seems okay without it.
Oh yeah, she does go. She gets by just fine.
Got another cheerleader.
Hello.
Who's this?
Remington. Very nice.
Pretty name.
The green and white.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Here comes the balloon animal.
Hello.
Are those jelly beans?
He is a balloon animal.
Ah, it's a balloon animal.
Cooper, sit. No, you don't want to sit right now. He's like, it's going to be funny.
He's a balloon animal.
Look at that face.
Yeah.
Big old
See St.
baby.
Bernard?
Yes.
Beethoven.
We're going to take a picture
Take his
now.
picture.
Hey, at least she didn't say Cujo.
Here we go. Hey, buddy. Cooper. You got it. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, look at this.
Careful, these little things I do. Oh, that's a cute doggy.
What's the number?
4916.
Yeah, 491.
4916.
And what's her name?
It's a boy. His
Oh,
name is
hi, buddy.
Yoshi.
Yoshi, huh?
Boy, Frank, I'm really unhappy about this.
Yeah, Mom, why you got me in pink?
It was the only thing at Meijer when we went.
That was fair.
And it was discounted.
What does it say?
It says, somebody to love.
Oh.
Some bunny to love.
I like that.
That's cute.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Look at here, we got an Easter basket. Look at
Are you
that.
serious?
Yeah.
He's an Easter basket. Oh, he's a peep. He's a peep.
Oh, that's really good.
Oh, I like
He's
that.
pretty used to being carried in a basket also.
Yeah.
Look at they got the bunny in there.
That is
That is so cute.
Let me get a good picture.
Oh, that's
Yeah, look at that.
Okay, what is her number? Okay.
921.
Yeah, look at here, we got the bee and flower.
okay. Who's 11 and who's 12?
So 11 is the flowers,
All right.
12 is the bee.
All right.
Aw.
Oh, they're cute. What are their names?
That is Freddie, and that's Harley.
Let me dance for you.
Aw, the bee is cute too.
Okay.
4904.
Good job reading upside down, bro.
49 Penny Ben.
And crumpled up.
Down, the
Yes,
upside down and crumpled.
Thanks, guys.
43, 84.
Is it 84?
What is it?
No, I got one already.
What's
Thanks.
his number?
4904.
Okay, yeah.
There is a section in this cemetery, in Section R, that's referred to as the Boys Training School site. And within that site, there are 61 boys buried who were wards of the state and in the care of the Boys Training School, or if it was alternately known at different times as Boys Vocational School, which is what the monument says, or the Michigan State Reform School. Those boys died between the ages of 12 and 18, between the years of 1860 and 1933. One of those boys has a marker placed there by his family some years ago in 2005. The other 60 graves have been unmarked all this time. This is an attempt to raise money to put individual markers on each of those boys' graves with their name, the year of the birth, and the year of the death. It will take about $18,000 at a discounted price and using small, flat granite gray markers to do that. So this is our kickoff event, and we hope that we might somehow be able to do this yet this year. If not, this will be the first of several fundraisers that will take place over a period of time until we accomplish this goal. So you have contributed to this today by your appearance here, your attendance, your donations of your fees for your dog registrations, and we want to thank you all for that. So here we have our judges, Matt Hunn from the Lansing State Journal, Tim Barron from TimBarronRadioMichigan.com, and Lauren Thompson from WLNS TV6. We thank them for their service here today. It's not easy to choose among so many cute outfits. Okay, our first place winner will receive $50 in gift certificates from Solden's. And that first place winner is doggy number 4921. 4921. Okay, this is the Easter basket.
Oh yeah, I had a feeling that one.
Our judges used 3 criteria to score on. One was creativity, one was Easter theme, and one was silliness. So 4921, and what is the doggy's name?
Little Tyke.
Little Tyke. Little Tyke, you've won the first prize, the $50 gift certificates, and let me get a photo.
I mean, seriously.
We can put him down.
Here he is.
Thank you.
There's our winner.
You want to get behind the doggy so you can be there
Yeah,
too?
his ear came undone. Oh well.
Oh, you're all sitting here.
There, yeah, if you, that's good. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Tickets from Solden's, and the winner is number 4909.
4909. Ah, the flower.
4909. Okay, this was another really cute one. We're going to get some pictures here too.
There he is. That's the second place winner.
Oh
yeah.
There you go.
Oh, with the bee in there. Yep.
I want to get in front of you guys.
That's right, when you're done this stuff.
Hey, it's so cute.
There we go. It's adorable. I mean, seriously?
Prize is 4910. Timmy. 4910.
Actually, you were right there. Yeah, look at that.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right. There's plenty of doggy snacks and doggy water. There's human water and cookies, so help yourselves and enjoy your visits with one another. Thank you all for being here and contributing to this cause. We appreciate you being out today. Thank you.
This is Loretta. What was your last name now?
Stanaway,
Stanaway, and she's the leader of the
Friends of Lansing's Historic Cemeteries.
cemeteries, and she's the one that's raised up, started all this. And this was great. I was like, I donated money up there. And is there a website that if anybody wants to donate money to help with this?
We don't have a website, but we are on Facebook. We're on Facebook at the Friends of Lansing's Historic Cemeteries.
Okay.
You can donate online there. If you'd like to send a check, you can send a check made out to, you can use the initials FOLHC instead of having to write out Friends of Lansing's Historic Cemeteries.
Okay.
And send it to 546 Armstrong Road in Lansing 48911. That's 546 Armstrong Road, Lansing 48911.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I hope we can raise that money up quickly.
Thank you.
Yep. This is the Lansing Reform School for Boys. Michigan legislature approved money to build a house of correction for juvenile offenders in 1855 and passed an act establishing the Michigan State Reform School. Lansing citizens donated 30 acres of land about a mile from the Capitol and was placed by 195 acres purchased by the state. The institution was built on North Pennsylvania Avenue and called Industrial School for Boys. Located in the area bordered approximately by Pennsylvania Avenue, Saginaw, Marshall Street, and Jerome Street. The school took in troubled youth with criminal history. The first student was enrolled September 2nd, 1856. Enrollment by a year later totaled 54 boys and 8 girls. After the 8th girl, it was decided to exclude young women for obvious reasons. Originally, the boys did the farm work in addition to the classwork. Gradually, the classes were changed to vocational guidance courses. The classes in baking, hand weaving, shoe making, reprinting, carpentry, painting, and other trades. Over the years, the school was also known as the Michigan State Reform Boys Vocational School and several other variants. The final name was the Boys Training School. In 1917, the school held nearly 800 juvenile delinquent boys. It also held orphans in the later part of the 19th century. When boys as young as 10 were admitted, the Boys Training School erected a field house in 1925, which also hosted circuses. The later had bowling alleys. The circus was major events with elephants, clowns, acrobats, horses, riders, bears, ponies, and more. The school also had its own power plant, tailor shop, hospital, carpenter shop, and barber. Until the late 1930s, most staffers were cottage parents, usually a man and his wife, who lived on the property and managed a group of youth. The wife often served as a teacher, nurse, foster mother. Later, more social workers, teachers, and other professionals were added to the staff. At one time, a 35-piece band associated with the school became famous throughout the state, but was phased out during the Depression. 1964, the facility had a capacity of 400. At the time, during the Depression. 1964, the facility had a capacity of 400. At the time, it cost $9.84 a day to host and educate a boy in training school. The country and the state each paid half, except in cases where parents were required to bear a portion of the cost. In addition, a decade before the school closed in 1972, the Lansing State Journal reported its leaders had taken steps toward modern rehabilitation. including eliminating marching, compulsory military conspiracies around 1962. Portion of the drill plot were sold over the years, including the land that is home to Eastern High School, Lansing Catholic High School, and the East Village subdivision. The school also installed a community-based cottage where boys were placed a more like atmosphere. The work jobs in Lansing were allowed to come and go as at will. The campus also were permissive, even though allowing smoking. In June of 1972, Governor William McKinnon announced that the 117-year-old state-operated school would close by the end of January 1973, saying it was inadequate to other modern approaches to youth services. Some of the young men were assigned to the W.J. McGinty School at Whitmore Lake, and others to Girls Training School at Adrian, under a plan that involved making the Adrian School co-ed. Shortly before 9 a.m. on October 12, 1972, 41 youths climbed aboard a chartered bus and headed to the new home at the State Whitmore Lake Training Unit. For the first time in 117 years, the institution at 4000 North Pennsylvania Avenue was closed. One of the remaining buildings were demolished. In 1973, the only building remaining is the Don Johnson Fieldhouse, built in 1925 and renovated in 1976. Alright, I come over here after the ceremony, and I've been here before, and it's going to be in one of my other videos. That's where I met Loretta, and this is where the boys are buried here. And you see, there's no marker. There's this memorial right here. Memorial marker right there. It says Boys Vocational School Memorial. And it says, I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me, even if we die, shall live. Right there. And on the back here is the names of all the boys that are buried here. Right there. And there's only one that has a marker out here because their family actually came out here and put a marker out here for them. But the rest of them do not have a marker, and this is the only one right here. Right there, Brother Richard McKimmy, March 23rd, 1914, died December 25th, 1926, so he died on Christmas. Wow. He died on Christmas. That's sad. But yeah, see, the rest of them do not have tombstones, and that's what she's trying to raise money for. And I hope my video can help her get the money to put these names out here and tombstones out here. Alright, fellow travelers, that's about it here for this Doggy Easter Parade contest they had out here to raise money to raise these boys tombstone. I want to thank Loretta Swanson for letting me come out here to film this, and I hope this helps her get the money to put these tombstones out here. And I think it's a great cause. You know, she's a great lady. You know, she's got a lot of information about all these, you know, places in the cemetery. I'll put the link down to her group. She's got a Facebook page. If you want to donate any money, you go to their Facebook page and you can donate money there. Any money count. I mean, even if it's $1, you know, just help these boys get their final resting, acknowledgement, instead of being in this big empty lot right here. It'd be nice. So, let's help these people. If you can't afford it, it's okay. So if you like this video, hit that like button, share, subscribe. Any comments for me? Any comments appreciated. Any ideas for me to do? Let me know. I just might show up and do it. So until next time, my fellow travelers, I'll see you around the mitten.